Okay, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about, the movies that I watch on Netflix because I decided that I'm going to review some rom-com. So I started with, I would say, minority kind of centered original movies that Netflix have done. The first one that I saw was called Someone Great with Gina Rodriguez and the girl from She Gotta Have It, and what his name? His the guy is in the what is Get Out. The guy with the hat who freak out when the other one take a picture of him. Anyhow, so I watched some of those uh rom-com, and I noticed one thing. The tropes are always similar, and sometimes it's just a lack of how interesting it can be. So I'm gonna start with the first one that I watched. It's called Someone Great. The cool thing with this original movie that is on Netflix, the cool thing that I like, it was the music, the theme of it. This was interesting. Um, the movie wasn't focusing much on how someone fall in love, but what have lent a couple that was great when they first met and how they broke up. Their story, the main, so is what is called Gina Rodriguez is the main character in this, and she have a group of two friends. Brittany Snow, that's the name of the white chick that is playing her best friend, and also the one who play in She Gotta Have It. Her name, I just have to find out something here. Is Gina Rodriguez, Brittany Snow, DeWanda Wise, like like Keith Stanfield. Sorry for the guy name, I butchered it. So those three girls is just going through their day, no more all that. So she's playing a writer, music writer, a little bit original as a job, and she contacted all her best friends to let them know that they broke up. She and her boyfriend had broken up. The boyfriend of 9 years, and we follow her and her friends through her day, kind of like her last hurrah celebration before leaving the state to go live in another one, so meaning California. So story premise pretty okay, and I thought that at first when you see the trailer, you think that is actually a love story on how they're gonna fall for each other. She's gonna meet other guys. She's gonna maybe fumble around, and how they're gonna get together. So just to let you know, the trailer is misleading because it's not talking about exactly the movie, what it's about. It's interesting though. It's not a bad one. I would say it's interesting. It got me laughing here and there. I would not say that it would just make a lot of sense for the secondary character. So the character played by Brittany Snow is in a relationship with a guy who is strangely too neat to clean with her. And there's a scene, I know there's I'm talking about this, but some of you maybe gonna watch or not watch that movie, but I'm just gonna let you go with that. It's pretty play blend. The main character, the main love story, well, breakup story, is more interesting than the secondary one because seriously, who cares? The first one is centered, like I said earlier, to from about Gina Rodriguez and Lakeith Stanfield. I don't recall the name of the character, but you will be able to find it out because it's still on Netflix and it's a Netflix original. It's more about the complexity of their relationship, and I find that pretty interesting because usually we go with a section where, oh, they broke up, it's super miserable, they want to get back together and all that. It's just that you see the journey for her in, I know that the time frame is not really great in 24 hours on how she I would say she wrap up this relationship, she getting closer with herself and all that, and accepting that breakup in just 24 hours. I know it's a lot, so it means that it was already a shortcoming, but anyhow, it was good to see that, comparing to what we would see the friends trying to say that stop being sappy, we're gonna take you out, let's go celebrate and all that. She's the one coming forth with that idea. She's the one uh revisiting. It's kind of like her going a different path on accepting this breakup, and her friend is also another one who go the same day gonna is breaking up with her boyfriend. And the reason is kind of ridiculous because she go home, she find him, he is cleaning her bedroom, which is weird. He had all the gloves and all that cleaning, and how I want to show. That was the surprise that he had for her, cleaning the bedroom. I mean, come on, how can you make me be like, oh my God, that's so thoughtful. You clean my bedroom. No, don't do that, because you can, no, 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 just don't do that. If you want to do something cool, romantic, and all that as a boyfriend, cook something for me after a long day, or have, I don't know, the bath ready with like a nice I don't know, like bath bombs, those kind of stuff. Yes, I would say this is a nice surprise, but cleaning my bedroom is weird. And yeah, she's also roommate with the other character who has the other character is the one that, oh wait, her name is the one that I have just a hard time. Yeah, the one that Wise. Her character is a gay character, so she is in that kind of relationship with that girl, but the girl that she's seeing want to introduce her to her friends, and she started to freak out a little bit, but we don't go too deep into that because, of course, like I said earlier, the story is focused on Gina Rodriguez uh, a breakup story instead of also trying to see how complex it is, because the way they explained her situation is kind of like brushed off and said that, oh yeah, you gay, you have a commitment phobia, and your new girlfriend is pretty cool, but you were scared to meet her friends, and after that you have a 5 second where you crack down and say, oh my God, are they gonna like me? And that's it. That's basically what we get just her being freaking out about meeting her girlfriend friends, but she is super confident for the rest of everything. She's more focusing on helping her best friend instead of also looking her own situation inward. So the same day, I kind of like watch movies that are more centered about a group of friends going through some different stuff in their life, and this one is more about like someone going through a breakup and the support and all that. Of course, for that one it was interesting because she had been with the guy for 9 years, so just a little bit that you know. And he when she finally get the job of her dreams where she need to leave, it's not just him that she's leaving behind, it's her whole life, her best friend, her family, and all that, but we are more focusing on her reaction than anything. He is just showing here and there as a token of memories, and when you watch that you think maybe, oh, maybe they're gonna get it back together, cool, 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 cool. And you're like, it's gonna be predictable. They're gonna get back together. They're gonna try to make it work, but it wasn't that at all. And that's what surprised me with the end of that movie. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling that for you. I'm not really good at just saying a story without spoiling the end, except if there's a murdery stuff. And so then you would just find the surprise like me. But anyhow, distraction from that. So yeah, the guy is a little bit, is not too developed too much. They have chemistry. You can tell that when you look at them, and also how they interact with each other, they have this genuine reaction, but some of it you will feel like is too forced, too played out. I mean, some couple, yeah, in real life they can be happy, but this type of happiness is kind of like over the top, and when they fight is something brutal. It's like almost the end. Both are very hurt, and they say and do things that would tear them apart. That's the part that you look at, and after that, you're like, okay, that's maybe why it lead to them breaking up. And of course, um, the part where they always got the misleading information and also misunderstanding that, oh, everybody who went to college and every millennials they just spend their time taking some heavy drugs, which is no, not true, not true. They don't. And it's just that she spent her day just walking around the city, just again memories of them would that make just being very painful. Like I said earlier, for I'm going back and forth because I didn't prepare this correctly. I'm sorry. This is my first review of a video, and I wanted just to recommend you that because it's kind of like a cool jam to watch. It would just distract you a little bit and also make you realize that yeah, relationship are not supposed to be in the end of the relationship. Usually we don't show that. It's not called chick flicks that much because yeah, you break up but after that you find someone new. Here in that story, none of them trying to, well, it's not that they're not trying to find someone new. They don't end up with someone new. Nobody end up with someone new. What happened is just that one of them get closer, but with themselves, without even going to the person and say that I need closure. Because for them, they're like, okay, it's done, and they realize that they don't need to confront them because it made them realize the relationship was dead for a very long time, and that was actually the main point of that character. She realized that her relationship with the guy that she had been for 9 years was overdue to be doomed, not just because she was changing uh, states. It's just because she realized that her love for him was just still attached to the person that she used to be when she was in college, but now they're in real life. Like college wasn't a real life for a lot of people. Now that they're in real life, they are not the same people anymore, so they will have to work apart. So she realized that, which is fine and great, and it doesn't end up with that sappy ending where we always see, okay, well, I'm gonna just be miserable for the rest of my life. She just realized that, yeah, he was someone great for her for the time period that she had been with him. And unfortunately, the only thing that I kind of think is sad is this movie, we don't see his perspective on how he take it, how he go through it, because the focus, like I said again, is on her and her friends going on their different venture. But her friend's story, the B story that they called it, is less impactful and also less developed. I feel like, because that was the point that for me, for example, the character that played by Brittany Snow, they should have kind of like show us the relationship with the guy, because we didn't feel bad for her or the relationship or her breaking up with the guy, because they're like, yeah, it would be better that we break up. And the guy's like, yeah, oh yeah, absolutely, you know what, I was waiting for you to do that. I was like, what? Okay, bye then. And then she go fuck another dude. Nah, said it. I drop a f-bomb, sorry. So she go on her and well, she's actually sleep with another dude the same day that she go break up with her boyfriend. Not because that she feel guilty that she cheated on him. No, she was just not feeling fulfilled. But there were no sign of it prior, because when they start the movie, she seems to be the one of the most happiest and the most stable. She have this good according to what she say, great boyfriend. She still think about her morning breath when they kiss in the morning. So in your mind, when you watch it, it's like, okay, that's pretty normal. That's like the regular relationship that you get. But after that, you don't see how they develop their relationship. Compared to Gina Rodriguez's character and her boyfriend, you see how their relationship developed to the point where they break up. You kind of like follow them with that, but we don't see that for Britney Snow character. And also the Wanda character, even though I like her, she's a good actress, but I feel like sometimes the role that she's choose, or maybe that the one that is offered to her, is too much of like a stereotype. But someone will be able always to try everything. Since she did, she gotta have it. It's also a Netflix series. I watched the first season a little bit, talking about a little bit of the actress. I watched the first season a little bit, and then I kind of like snooze out. I didn't finish it. I couldn't, because the story for me wasn't that compelling, and it's too bad, because she's a good actress, and the message of the show is pretty good of empowerment for minorities. That's great, but it wasn't too much my jam. I tried, but I wasn't able to finish it. And Britney Snow, I know her from a lot of different movies, like Pitch Perfect, stuff like that, and other things that she have done before. And even on this one, I feel like they underused her. And same thing for like Keith. Oh my God, I don't recall his name. I'm gonna write it down. Like when I do the editing, I will write it down. Even for him, he's a good actor. What is the movie that he did that it was named Keith Stanfield? Yeah, the movie that he did that I think it was pretty good. Sorry to Bother You is bizarre, but it's really interesting. Get Out was something else. I'm not even trying to get in that movie because it still terrifies me. I don't want to watch it. Um, but it's just too bad they didn't use him too much. But the way they use his character was really interesting and also compelling, and his reaction of that. And both of them, even though the character wants still to do everything to get the attention of the guy who tried to want to get back to him. After she realized that she doesn't need to, she just let it go and she leave. That's how the movie ends. The movie ends with her accepting that it's over, that it was the right decision that the guy break up with her, that she will be fine, and she ended where everything started. But you have to watch it to kind of understand. I will recommend that movie. It's good. It's light. It's not too forced on you, but the story is really interesting. And also, if you like good music, there's like some bomb ass good music in there. There are some characters here and there. There's RuPaul playing in it that are pretty funny. It's adorable the way they appear in it. I I would say that the story is interesting and it's good to see a friendship or actually the relationship between the girls because they are three different races. And I know in the States it's almost about like you have to make sure that you know your story and you have to show diversity. And I like the fact that they were able to show a friendship between a Latina, a black girl, and a white girl, where they're best friends. They support each other regardless their decision. Tell them the thing how it is, not trying to be sugarcoating or even interact as just their skin tone and just talk about their relationship like that. That was fun and refreshing to see. Um, a friendship that is not just based about everybody talk about the stereotype and say that oh that Latina she's gonna be loud, the black girl gonna be this, and the white girl gonna be stuck up. Yeah, it's true. Brittany Snow play a character that was who is a little bit stuck up, but her reaction to her friends is not like oh oh my god you loud or this. No, she still also got her thing going on, but she break that image a little bit once in a while, but not too much. So that's what I would say for someone great. It's a good movie. It's a okay movie if you have a weekend that you wanted to watch some. I would say decent chick flick, a Netflix movie that you haven't been too much. I throw. I need to drink water. If you wanted to watch a movie that is not um too complex to anything that it would just make you feel a little bit light or just that you will identify with a little bit with the story about like a breakup or something like that, I will recommend you Someone Great. It's still on Netflix. It came out in 2019. Like I said, the music is good. It's good. Like every time they will have a club scene, you will want to dance with them. That's how good it is. So I will recommend you I would say out of five, I would give maybe a three because, like I said again, the main story was was pretty interesting. The reaction and all that, and also the interaction between the girls is my favorite part because they were really the way you see it, you will think that yeah, they're genuine friends. They are genuine friends that they are have each other back. Even one of them would take a day off from her work to be supportive for her friends. I know in real life you cannot do that because you still need that money. You break up, okay, sad for you, but I still need to work unless you're the boss or something like that. Or you may live in a movie. Those are the positive point that I would say about that. I will keep doing my reviews because I have actually checked a couple movies on Netflix that maybe are not talk about as much that they should. So right now I am focusing a lot onto chick flicks. The next review I would do will be Desperados, Rough Night with Scarlett Johansson. I already watched it, so I already know how it's gonna be. And Nobody's Fool, Always a Bridesmaid, and Lovebird with our good Issa Rae and Kamal. I cannot say his last name, but anyhow. So that was my review. I hope you will check at least the movie and just let me know in the comment if you like it and also what other movies that you would like me to watch and review and let you know here on YouTube. So drop your comments below and anything else. And after that, I will just do yeah other reviews and buckle up to digest some movies that maybe are not look enough on the platform and I will get back to you after that. So have a lovely day. Cheers.